and welcome to Talking Kid vs. Cat, Episode 3. I'm your host, Mr. Demon Cat, and this is a podcast about all things Kid vs. Cat animated series related, from episode deep dives to game reviews and everything in between. Today we're talking about a very special piece of Kid vs. Cat history, the games that fans either love or love to hate. This time I saw Kid vs. Cat having their own video game online, and it's the first Kid vs. Cat game I have not played online yet. Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe. It's got cat-fueled chaos, Coop's never-ending misery, and yes, an alien plot to take over the world. So is it a worthy addition to the franchise, or just another shovelware tie-in? Let's dig in. First up, what is Katapult Katastrophe? Well, for those who don't know, this game was released in 2009 as a companion to the Kid vs. Cat TV series. It's primarily a platformer with puzzle elements, released on Windows through a web browser. It was also previously available as a downloadable Flash-style game on either YTV or Disney XD's website. Speaking of Flash-style games, I also saw a Flashpoint database archiving Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe into their own website, as I searched Katapult Katastrophe in the search bar. Flashpoint database also has links to the game. I copied and pasted the launch command link into a web browser's address bar. I press enter, and it says I need to install the latest Adobe Flash Player to play it. I don't have Adobe Flash Player installed. Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe unfortunately became unavailable to play on Disney XD's website. It redirected me to Disney XD's website somehow. But don't worry, I also have more screenshots of Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe to show later in this episode. You play mostly as Coop, with a few short sequences where you can play as Cat. The goal? Stop Cat's latest evil invention, the catapult, from launching a mind-control device into space. Sounds simple, right? Well, not so fast. The game throws you through different levels, each based loosely on episodes of the show. Think Bootsville Streets, the school, the forest, and even inside Cat's lair. Okay, let's get into the gameplay, shall we? I even have footage of the gameplay I watched on YouTube. After pressing play on the bottom middle of the screen, I got two options. From the left, I can play as Coop, or from the right, I can play as Cat. Selecting play as Coop, we also have the option to use either the keyboard or a mouse. Whatever you're using on your computer, you can choose whatever you like to use the controls or buttons. Here comes the list of levels to complete. It says I have to do up to 15 levels to play, ranging from 1 to 15. Level 1 is where we begin playing Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe. To the spot where level 1 is on the map, there's the first house next to the red spot, all the way through level 15. This is where Owen Muntz's house is. On the final level no one played. Only someone else completed level 1 so far. They didn't even make it to level 15. Starting on level 1, by clicking on the red spot, there's even more instructions for us to read. I'll read what it says for those of you listening in the background. Coop will follow the mouse. Stand on the shadows to catch the fallen gnomes. On my screen, I can also see the mouse moving Coop Burnburger over to whatever he's using to catch the gnomes. Drop off gnomes in the wheelbarrow by using the mouse to left-click on it. Catch more gnomes at the same time to earn more points. I also saw Coop Burnburger catch 2 gnomes in his arms on my screen. Catch enough gnomes to beat the level. Here comes another screen coming up in Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe. Collect the hidden golden gnomes in each level to earn bonus points. Watch out for fallen gnomes. If you hit them, you'll drop any gnomes you're carrying. Look out for Owen Munson and her dog. They will also cause you trouble. Collect power-ups to help you gather the gnomes. Use the freeze power-up to freeze your enemies in place. Use the pick up fallen gnomes power-up to pick up all the broken gnomes on the level. Use the speed boost power-up to help Coop run faster around the level. The instructions I read on screen in Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe have ended. The game begins with the words on screen saying, catch one gnome and continue. The story, for what it's worth, feels like a long-lost Kid vs. Cat episode. It kicks off with Coop Buttonburger discovering Cat's new weapon, a giant mechanical slingshot that's meant to launch a satellite into space to brainwash humanity. So far, so good vs. Cat, but I have not seen Cat do anything bad at the moment on screen. The cutscenes are animated in a style similar to the show, although it's pretty clear it's running on a budget. The voice acting is mixed. Coop sounds close to show counterpart, but Cat doesn't have the same energy. And since Cat doesn't talk, his meows feel a little too generic. The humor's there though. Coop's sarcastic comments, Dennis nerding out over tech, and Fiona making a surprise appearance in a few levels. Gameplay-wise, Katapult Katastrophe is a 2.5D platformer. You move Coop left and right, jump between ledges, activate switches, and throw objects. There are a few cool mechanics. Coop can also use gadgets that he and Dennis built. My favorite is the cat detector, which starts beeping louder when Cat's nearby. There's also a slingshot mechanic where you can launch Coop to new areas, which ties into the Katapult theme. Boss fights are okay, not great. The final boss, which is Cat inside a mecha suit, is surprisingly tough for a game aimed at younger players. But the game does suffer for some jank, awkward jumping, poor hitboxes, and weird AI behavior from Cat's robot minions. The controls feel floaty, and sometimes the camera just doesn't keep up. Still, it's not unplayable, just a little rough around the edges. As I continue watching Coop catching more gnomes, somebody play Kid vs. Cat, Katapult Katastrophe online, I'm also still watching the scoreboard on the top left of my screen. OMG, he now has over 1,000 points scored, and he even added 400 more points. This is one of the memorable moments I've seen in Kid vs. Cat history. So far, Coop got 10 points for each gnome he catches, then puts him in the wheelbarrow. And now he continues racking up points for each gnome he gets. Let's see what an online video game player gets at the end of this level I watched. Drumroll, please! Well, look at this. Somebody scored 1,460 points in Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe so far. A player was given an A-, 10 out of 10 gnomes collected, 1 out of 6 golden gnomes collected, and then some badges and rankings, even some tasks to complete. Coop feeling happy shows up on screen. The player presses the continue button. I think Coop's ready to catch even more gnomes. Man, oh man. What are they doing outside where the trees and bushes are? The game resumes. From the bottom right of my screen, I can still see how many gnomes are collected and how many are there in the wheelbarrow. About over 2 minutes later, this happened. Old Lady Munson and the dog came to see Coop Buttonburger. Is Old Lady Munson and the dog gonna catch Coop? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Coop saw Old Lady Munson outside. Coop dropped more gnomes on the floor, and now he's down to less than 4 gnomes he has in the wheelbarrow. He couldn't even escape Old Lady Munson's unsafe place. Oh, we got somebody getting out of the cave. It's Coop, man. It took me back to another screen on main menu I saw earlier. Wait. I didn't see anything else at the end of this level yet. Oh, I also saw the gnomes disappear immediately before the level ends. Okay, now let's calm down and read what I saw. There's no need to rush in this game again, amid the kid losing more gnomes. Cat wins this time. While still looking on my screen, I also saw Cat attack Coop using the controls of the gnomes. I even saw Coop run away from Cat. From the bottom of my screen, there are 2 options to select. Play again or select character. I love how the text is using pieces of wood, nail tools, and then the other painted wood. The text is brown, light yellow, and sometimes light blue. And now, moving on to the last main character. This will take us back to the main menu. Getting back to the list of levels on the map, we can also see how many levels a player has done. Somebody got first place, third place, gold, bronze, etc. Let's get to Cat. I do not know how long Cat will survive Coop. But can Cat win again? Or will Coop get his revenge on Cat this time? I don't know. There's more instructions for me to read. I'll go over them again before watching them play as cat. Pull back and aim the catapults with the mouse. Destroy the targets by handing with gnomes. You'll score more points for a bullseye. Earn score multipliers by hitting multiple targets in a row. Break the golden targets to earn bonus points. Hit all the targets to complete the level. Avoid firing gnomes near Coop as he will try to catch them. And that is all the instructions I read. On my screen, it says, hit 2 targets. Let's talk visuals. The graphics are pretty decent for what this game is. They replicate the cartoon style fairly well. The environments are bright, colorful, and packed with little Easter eggs for fans of the show. You'll see Cat's spaceships in the background. Little touches like that really show the devs cared about the source material. The music, a mixed bag. The main menu theme is catchy, with that mischievous alien cat vibe. But most of the in-game music loops too quickly and gets repetitive. It could have used more variety of some remixes of the show's soundtrack. I'll get to more of the same music I hear later. While still watching him play as Cat, I can also see how many times Cat has missed and how much Cat made. I continue seeing Cat hit the targets using gnomes and also getting close to hitting the targets, even the targets that he also missed on my screen. The bottom right of my screen also shows how much Cat has left to score more points. The more he hits targets, the more he earns points. Another game over screen appears. Coop wins this time. The screen shows Coop feeling excited, happy, and also dancing around the glass outside. There's even Cat expressing feelings or feeling upset and unhappy at the same time. So, I guess Coop got his revenge on Cat this time, okay? He even split the series or record against Cat in this game so far, improving to 1-1. It's kind of like a 2-game MLB wildcard series against 2 teams. And now they head into the tiebreaker later. Mr. Cat also scored over 1,100 points so far, as we resume playing as Cat. The birds flying up in the sky also has targets being carried using their beaks, as Mr. Cat also attempts to throw the gnome high up in the sky, but comes up short of touching the bird or the target that's close to the bird's beak. About 90 seconds later, Mr. Cat also began running out of gnomes to keep trying and breaking the targets into pieces. But now he's also in danger of losing to Coop, the young boy. There's no more time left for Cat to get his revenge on Coop. Coop is getting closer to taking a 2-1 series win against Cat. This is much like a 3-game Major League Baseball series against 2 teams. Coop is gonna win this game back-to-back. Coop Burger! Are you kidding me?
Look who's a scaredy cat now!
Second straight game Coop has won and Mr. Cat lost. That's back-to-back wins for Coop and back-to-back losses for Cat. Oh my goodness gracious. I cannot stop watching Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe gameplays on YouTube. These levels have nearly gone insane there. Even some crazy things they both did outside. Okay, let's settle down and look at the reviews. I Google search Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe reviews. This happened on Google. There doesn't seem to be any reviews on Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe on either Google or other gaming review websites. So it looks like nobody made a review on that game online, and I don't know if I'm the first to review it on YouTube. For now, let's break down the pros and cons of Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe, plus how good and bad it does. The good captures the spirit of Kid vs. Cat, fun Coop gadgets and power-ups, plenty of fan service and Easter eggs, some genuinely clever level design. The bad, sloppy controls and floaty jumping, repetitive music and weak AI, short runtime, you can beat it in under 3 hours, and limited replay value. The Cat. Look, this game is clearly made for fans. If you're not already into Kid vs. Cat, you're probably going to find it average at best. But for fans, it's like playing through a bonus episode. And now to give myself a review on Katapult Katastrophe. Kid vs. Cat Katapult Katastrophe may have been the only game I played, but as somebody who remembers playing it, it was okay. The animations were not really good, but the character designs look good in my opinion. I spent an hour watching gameplays online, and I also did not play either. Overall, I would play it again if it comes back online. I hope everyone still has it available to play online, or it will get deleted. And now to get back to the music I hear. The same music I heard in Kid vs. Kat, Katapult Katastrophe over and over again was mixed. The audio quality of it was bad. I could barely hear low-quality audio. The quality of the gameplay footages I watched were okay. They didn't even convert low-quality to high-quality audio, as they continue having problems with the music I hear. I had no problems viewing the gameplay in normal quality online. And now for my final verdict. So what's the final verdict on Katapult Katastrophe? It's not a masterpiece, but it's a fun, quirky little platformer that's clearly made with love for the Kid vs. Kat universe. Yes, it has flaws, some pretty big ones, but it also has charm. If you're a die-hard fan of the show, I say it's worth checking out. Just temper your expectations. If you're not a fan, you're probably better off skipping this one. Alright, that's it for today's review. What web browser did you use to play Kid vs. Kat, Katapult Katastrophe? What software did you use to play Kid vs. Kat, Katapult Katastrophe? If you played Katapult Katastrophe, I want to know what your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? Was it a total catastrophe for you too? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do not forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe. Also follow Talking Kid vs. Kat podcast on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, etc. My name is Mr. Demon Cat, and I thank you for watching and listening.